Ache baba, ache yeye, ache lofi, ache ifa, ache rumila, ache legua, ache echo, ache ogun, ache osiosun, ache badala, ache chango, ache oya, ache ochun, ache yamaya, ache aye, ache egun, ache egbe. In this section, we will talk about Iroque ifa. Iroque ifa is another tool used by a Babalawo or Iyanifa during divination. This tool is used in combination with the Opon Ifa, among the other tools mentioned in this video. The Iroque goes by various names, the most popular being Iroque. Other names you may come across are Orunke, Orun-ike, Irofa, Iroike, Orunfa, or Opon Ifa. This tool is typically carved from ivory, although they are also made from wood or brass. The inside is left hollow to allow room for a metal object attached to the inside to move back and forth. This is the same concept as a bell to make noise. The top part of the Iroque is shaped into an elephant tusk. The middle part of the Iroque will usually be carved to depict a human head, while others will be carved to depict a figure kneeling down. The kneeling position signifies respect and loyalty from the Babalawo to Ifa. Iroque Ifa is also known as a diviner's tapper. Its primary job is to attract the attention of Ifa when starting a divination session. A Babalawo or Iyanifa starts an Ifa divination session by tapping on the Opon Ifa with the pointed end of the Iroque. The diviner will recite the Muyuba prayer to acknowledge and pay homage to Olodumare, Orumila, the Orishas, and Egun as part of this invocation process. This step in the Ifa invocation process ensures that communication between the Babalawo and Ifa and Orumila, the deity of wisdom and knowledge, is well established. The divining tapper is also used to summon the attention of the Orishas, deities, and ancestors. In this next section, we will talk about Irukere. Irukere or Iroque is a tool used in the Yoruba religion rituals while reciting Ifa prayers, chants, blessings, and cleanings. It also aids the Babalawo or Iyanifa in the process of Ifa divination. This tool may also be known as a Yoruba fly whisk. Irukere are typically made from a cow or horse tail held together by a handle at the base of the tail. Some others are made with a longer handle, like a short pole about 20 to 24 inches or so, wrapped with a cow or horse tail. The handle itself is typically made from wood. The type of wood used for each handle may differ from region to region of the world. The base of the wooden handle may be covered with leather and or beads. The colors of the animal hair and the handles also vary depending on which Orisha or deity the Irukere was designed for. Iroque Ifa have the ase, or power, to drive away evil forces when used properly during cleansing rituals. Most of the time, Orisha shrines contain an Irukere as part of the decorations. During the Ifa divination process, a Babalawo Ifa priest or Iyanifa Ifa priestess may use it to invoke the ase of Ifa during the prayers. They may also be used during consultation as well as during rituals and ceremonies. Ifa priests may use them to provide blessings to a person or to a community. Iroque is also very much a symbol of status and are used by Yoruba kings, queens, and chiefs. They are a representation of authority and respect. In this next section, we will talk about Opele. Opele, or sometimes referred to as Ekwele, is a very common divination tool used by a Babalawo or Iyanifa. It is quite common due to the efficiency it provides for divining. It is very practical and convenient when the diviner is mobile or on the go. The Opon Ifa is not a requirement when using the Opele divining chain. The Opele chain is made from 8 half nuts from the Opele fruit tree. The Opele nuts, when cut in half, create a concave and convex side for each Opele nut. The convex sign or outer part of the Opele nut represents the 0 of an Odu sign, and the concave side or inner part of the Opele nut represents the number 1 of the Odu sign. You can learn more about the structure of an Odu Ifa sign and other topics about Ifa by following the provided links throughout and at the end of this video. The role of the Opele is to facilitate communication between a Babalawo or Iyanifa and the Ifa and other entities. The Opele chain is known to be the assistant of Orumila. It is used on a daily basis for routine Ifa work. The 8 half nuts are attached to a chain spaced apart equally except for the halfway point between the 8 half nuts. This middle portion of the chain is where the diviner will hold the chain from while casting Ifa. Holding the chain in this manner creates the 2 sides or legs of the divining chain. The right leg containing 4 half Opele nuts and the left leg containing the other 4 half Opele nuts. The Opele chain will also have a dominant leg assigned to it. This is done by also consulting Ifa. Once a dominant leg is determined, it is typically marked with a string or beads to let the diviner know from which leg to start Odu interpretation. In Ifa, all Odu signs are read from right to left. In this next section, we will talk about Opele Ifa divination. An Ifa prayer or moyuba is also recited prior to the Babalawo or Iyanifa casting Ifa with an Opele chain. Just as any other tool used for Ifa divination, the Ifa invocation process must be performed prior to divining with the Opele chain. Acknowledgement and homage are to be properly demonstrated to all entities including Olodumare, Orumila, Orishas, and Egun as part of the invocation process. Once homage has been paid and the attention of Ifa obtained, the diviner will then present the question or scenario for which advice and guidance a person or community is seeking. The diviner then gently swings the chain to cast the Odum that contains the answers to the questions asked. The lower part of the chain is thrown gently down first closer to the diviner, while the top part falls slightly further away from the diviner. Through this action, the 8 half nuts, 4 on each side of each leg, land in a combination of concave and convex sides. This combination reveals the Odu Ifa sign to be interpreted by the diviner. The diviner will chant the esse or verses of the Odu sign that was marked. These verses, being recited, contain the positive advice of Odu Ifa that helps positively guide the issue being consulted towards resolution. When people consult a Babalawo or Iyanifa for situations considered to be more important and long-term impactful, the Babalawo or Iyanifa will choose to divine using Ikin sacred palm nuts. Have a blessed and positive day, Ase.